This is Sheffield Live.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Sqweek. My name is Luke Crofts.
And I'm James Hargreaves.
And I nearly forgot my own name there. What happened there? Welcome. Good afternoon. Hope you're well. How's your week been, James?
It's been good. Been a really busy week this week. I've been helping my brother with setting up some kind of podcasting network, which should be fun down the line.
Sounds interesting. Yeah. What's it going to be? Just bits of everything?
Just messing about at first, to be honest, and then see where it goes from there.
Oh, well, why not? You gotta have a laugh. People would say this is a mess about.
Yeah, indeed.
So I went to the. Thanks for asking me about my week, James. It's all good. I went to see Wednesday at Stoke on Tuesday. Not the greatest performance, to be fair. A bit disappointing, very disappointing actually. But a good night was had by all anyway. We had a decent 20-minute spell in the second half, and that was about it. But you know, tough place to go, and the fans were. We had a good rapport with the fans. So it was
as soon as I saw the draw, I knew that was the toughest of all the teams in the draw. I think so. I knew we'd have a tough time down there.
The thing is, though, I don't think they made it overly difficult for us. I just don't think we were as good as we should have been. Yeah. So a bit of a shame, and of course they're live on Sky now. So
yes,
the listenership will have depleted.
I say that the listeners massively. That we're talking about Wednesday, our target audience for this piece, aren't listening. They're watching on Sky.
Yeah, bit of a disaster. But never mind. Anyway, bit of a moral dilemma, James. Right. Yep. I was on my way down into Hillsbury yesterday, and a girl flew past me running for the bus, and a scarf flew off her shoulders.
Right.
So I was like, I better pick this up and sort of try and give it her back. I thought she's probably not going to get the bus anyway because she's not very quick. But she did get the bus, and I'd still got a scarf in my hand. So what happens in that situation?
That's a good question. You can't really hand it in, can you? Well, I guess you can to the police or something.
The thing is, it was like 6 o'clock in the evening, so nowhere was open, so I just sort of left it on the bus shelter.
I'm going to say, you often see like gloves and scarves and things tied to lampposts, don't you, where people have lost them. But if you're running for the bus, the other way around, if it's you running for the bus and you lose your scarf and you've got to be somewhere, do you stop and pick it up and miss your bus, or do you leave it and get your bus?
Well, that was the thing, she didn't realise that it'd come off. So she's made the bus, she's like, yes, and then she's looked out the window, and I'm just stood there with her scarf, and she's just sort of like, oh, he's got my scarf. So, yeah, the scarf's still on the bus shelter somewhere.
Well, have you seen it? Is it still there as you went past today, or?
I didn't look.
Oh, well.
I thought I could have, kept it and then handed it in, but I just couldn't be bothered to do that.
You could have kept it and then given it away as a gift at Christmas. Save yourself a few quid.
Do you know, actually, it's a nice scarf. I could have done that.
Yeah. Yeah, Mum, nice scarf for you for this Christmas. I'm so caring. Yeah.
Oh, well, you live and learn. Well, I'll check to see if it's still there. Another thing I saw yesterday, actually, which is not good at all. I was at the lights on Middlewood Road, and there's this guy running for the bus. A lot of bus stories today. And he's dragging this dog along. And it's only a little dog, and it's quite old.
Right.
So it's effectively just dragging it by the lead.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was horrible. But then the dog lost its footing, and he was just dragging it along the pavement on its side. It was awful.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
I'd have been tempted to stop him over that and have a word.
Well, if I hadn't have been in the car, I mean, everybody could see what was going on, but he was sort of running off up the road for the bus, so awful. Yeah, I should have started with that first and ended on the lighter scarf story.
Yeah, you've kind of brought the tone down a bit now, haven't you?
Anyway, the witch has gone. Lady C's out of the jungle.
Celebrity, yeah.
Yeah, she's left on medical grounds, apparently. But she was just causing trouble, so I'm glad she's gone. Although I think she will be missed, actually. Not by the people in the camp, but she got people talking.
I've not watched any of it this series. It's like the X Factor. I've not watched any of the X Factor, thankfully. But what was she like? I've seen headlines with her name and stuff, but I've not seen what she was like.
A truly awful human being. Awful. She was just having a go at everybody. I mean, even Tony Hadley. Tony Hadley's great.
Yeah.
Why would you have a go at Tony Hadley?
You can't have a go at Tony Hadley. He's pop royalty.
Absolutely. And they'd just be talking, they'd be telling stories, and she'd be like, "Ooh, what a bore he is." And I'm like, leave him alone. She's just awful, so she's gone anyway. Now you mentioned the X Factor, I did see something this morning. They did a rundown of where the previous winners of the X Factor are now.
All right.
Which made for interesting reading. Obviously, some have done all right, some have done literally nothing.
So some are living in bins behind shops and things like that.
Look, if there are any listeners that are living in bins behind shops, we're not having a go. I don't think anybody's failed that badly. I'm just trying to find it, and here it is. So Ben Hay now obviously won last year. He's not doing bad, but the ones that sort of stuck out for me, the winner in 2007, Leon Jackson.
Oh yeah,
I seem to remember that year was particularly poor for the singing standard. He was dropped by his record label after one album, and then became the star of his own web series called Leon's Life, which ran until 2008, and he still performs across the UK, continuing to write music.
So his web series lasted less than a year by the sounds of it.
Less than his album.
Yeah.
Maybe there wasn't much in it, I don't know.
I like the name Ben Hay now. It's both a name and a greeting.
Yeah, well it is that, yeah.
But what do you reckon with X Factor? Is this the last year of the X Factor?
I think they should have stopped it. I think they should have stopped it a long time ago.
Well, ITV have bought The Voice now, haven't they? So The Voice would be on ITV, and there's rumours that the X Factor's been lined up for Sky.
Really? Well, I think they need to. If they do get The Voice, I think they need to change the format, because the format wasn't. It was probably better from a singing point of view, but people that watch the X Factor want it for the the show and the pizzazz.
Yeah. Do you remember Fame Academy? The
BBC
one against pop stars back in the day. That was actually a music show because it was about the songwriting and being able to play an instrument and things like that. I'd love to see something like that come back, where it's actually about the talent rather than just a competition each week to see who can stand on stage, be auto-tuned the best.
Well, I think. Well, saying that, Little Mix haven't done bad, but I think the last winner that's done anything is probably Alexandra Burke, and we're talking 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, like Joe McElderry, he's just gone into the theatre and done musicals. Matt Cardle hasn't done a great deal. Who else is there? James Arthur. I think he didn't do himself any favours with a lot of the bad press that he had. Sam Smith's had Sam Smith. wasn't deliberate that. Sam Bailey has had another baby, so she's been away. She's done a tour. But yeah, Alexandra Burke, I think, is the one, and Leona Lewis.
Yeah, of course.
They're the two ones that we remember. Obviously, the famous first winner, Steve Brookstein, whatever. He fell out with Simon Cowell.
Yeah, he's got a book out about it, hasn't he? I wouldn't mind reading that just to see how
badly written it is.
How badly written it is, and how much of a scandal there is behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting, because I mean everybody's sort of engulfed in the X Factor machine apart from him, because I think they wanted him to do another album of covers, and he just said, "Well, I don't want to do that."
Yeah.
So he was dropped fairly sharpish. So yeah, that's just a bit of something I saw about the X Factor. Keeping it on a musical theme. Now, we have mentioned Adele once or twice. Look, Dave's not listening today. He's watching the match. It doesn't matter.
He'll be listening back on the podcast, and Dave, this is just for you.
This is just for you. Damon Albarn has come out and said that he never called Adele insecure.
Well, there's a surprise.
But they did have a cup of tea. No, he responded to rumours that he'd fallen out with Adele when they tried to work together. He said that reports that that came out were basically from somebody overhearing and cobbling together an article based on that. He said he never called her insecure, and he's saying she's probably said don't meet your idols based on what she's perceived that he's said. Yeah. So I think it's all okay.
A current song, right? It's one of those. When you hear a song so much, not through going out of your way to listen to it, but it being on everything, everywhere.
Yeah.
And you just hear it so much, you hope to never hear it again. I'm at that point with Hello now.
I still like it.
No, it's gone. It's like Happy. You remember Pharrell Williams with Happy?
Yeah.
If I never hear that song again, it'll be too soon.
Do you know the big one for me was Uptown Funk?
Yeah, I still like that though. I appreciate that for its musical style.
I can't be dealing with it anymore. At the time, it was massive, and it was in the he had to bring it out early because Fleur East did it on the X Factor.
Yes. Yeah.
So he had to release it early, and then it was in the charts for about 12 months or something.
Yeah.
So, what do you think will be the song that does that this year? Do you think it will be Hello?
I think it's Hello by far and away. It's.
I thought Macklemore Downtown might have given that a shot, but it doesn't seem to have taken off as much.
No. It's I think Hello is just out there. Just everybody's gotten into it, haven't they? Everybody's buying the album. It's still selling ridiculously well.
Well, I've not listened to any of it, as we were saying last week, because I haven't got. It's not on the Spotify. I haven't bought the album, so.
Yeah. A tweet come in.
A tweet's flooded in, has it?
And it's our special Adele section, and Carl Maloney's tweeted us at Carl Maloney.
Big fan of
regular listener.
Big fan of the weekly Adele segment is Carl.
Yeah, and he's put, unsurprisingly, no, not more Adele.
Do you know, I've left that CD in the car with the track on, unfortunately, Carl.
Oh,
we won't be hearing it today.
Shame.
I'm sure if you put the radio on, it'll be on at some point.
It'll be on like 5 minutes everywhere as it is right now.
It'll be on every radio station apart from this one now.
If you tune out now to another station, I guarantee you it'll be on, but tune straight back.
Don't tune out. Forget all that.
Just an experiment.
Yeah, so that's the Adele segment of the week anyway. More of that.
And just on that as well, you can remember tweet us at the Sqweek, that's TheSqweek, and also on Facebook /the Sqweek. Let us know what you think. And
of course, you can tweet Adele, but she'll have to get a reply moderated by at least 2 people, so you might have to wait a while. What's the first bit of music we've got then, James?
First music is ORDNANCE. These are the very essence of Sheffield for me. Like a bit of an electronic undertone. They've got an indie kind of vibe, something different. And this one's live from Magna as part of the Exposed in Session. It's called Anchor.
Thanks, James.
Drowning on the Joe.
Hi, I'm Eddie Grant, and you're listening to Sheffield Live, 93.2 FM.
We're going to rock down to Electric Avenue.
Absolutely. Rock down to the Twitter page and tell us what you're thinking. So that was Ordnance.
Ordnance, they supported the Wenatchee tribe at the Rocking Chair yesterday. Believe it or not, that track that you just listened to there was done live for Exposed in Session.
Well, James, I can't believe it.
Yeah,
it
sounds great, doesn't it?
That sound was great for a live recording, yeah.
Of course, you can listen to Exposed do X-Rated on a Wednesday afternoon on Sheffield Live that you can listen to. It's a great show to give it a go.
Well,
yeah, Ordnance, great band.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard them before. And they've played... do they normally play with Resonate, then? Have they played with Resonate before?
They've not played with Resonate at all yet.
No, I don't know where I've got that from. I've made it up.
Hopefully in the future they will. They played Java Lounge live a while ago in Hillsborough.
Right.
It was one of those little exclusive sessions.
Yeah.
And like I say, last night at the Rocking Chair, you'll see them around everywhere. They play Crystal for tramlines. They're getting out there. You'll probably even recognise the band as well when you see them.
Well, they're not. Are they from Sheffield?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're not the typical Sheffield sound, are they? They've got their own sound.
Well, yes and no, because they kind of fused that electronic beat, from like the 80s and 2000s and 90s, and then mixed in a bit of kind of indie guitar and just make beautiful music generally. And three-piece, they do the electronic drums live as well. There's a bassist, there's a guitarist and a singer, and the vocals as well. Harmonies are great.
Yeah. Well, talking of beautiful music,
oh yeah,
I did go and see Danny Pietnik on Thursday.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
Thursday evening.
I didn't make it, unfortunately. Sorry, Danny.
Yeah. Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag with the artists that were playing. There was obviously Danny that was doing full acoustic set, and then we had a 5 or 6 piece band. I think there were five women and a bloke, and we had all sorts. We had a clarinet, we had a flute, we had the little viola.
Viola, yeah.
Yeah, very well pulled from the grey matter there. And they were completely different in every way to Danny. So a mix in styles. And that was at Maida Vale. Now I like Maida Vale as a bar.
Yeah.
I think they spent a lot of money on it. It's a nice place, but I think that when you directly compare it to West Street Live, which is synonymous with music now, the stage is in the wrong place. It's right at the end of the room. The sound isn't great for that reason. I'm not sure how well it works as a...
You're limited in a place like that as to where you can put the stage, aren't you? But I think you're right. It's the stage area is kind of just past the bar, so you have to squeeze past the bar into the stage area. And
yeah.
I guess there's kind of the disabled ramp you can sit on or stand on and watch from kind of above.
Yeah, but even that's not ideal because you've got supporting pillars.
Yeah.
So, but having said that, it was, I enjoyed it, and then we ended up going into West Street Live, and there were another band on in there, and that was rammed. So
yeah,
I think it'll take a while to get.
This is what I was saying about Sheffield the other week. You can literally go out virtually any night of the week, and you'll find live music on somewhere.
Yeah,
it's great, and mostly for free. It's just worth if you're into music, and a lot of people don't really take advantage of the fact that it's just on your doorstep for free.
And bumped into an old friend of mine, Dale Lefebvre, who does Max Chance, the Max Chance show on a Tuesday. He plays a lot of weird and wonderful music mixed sort of interspersed with comedy. And I used to do a show with him probably 3 years ago, so it was good to see him again. I think he's on about possibly coming in and saying hi one Sunday.
Yeah, cool.
So he'd be a good guy for you to meet.
Well, next week we're potentially doing 2 hours again, aren't we? So
yes,
there's potentially a guest slot in there, and I was thinking of maybe inviting someone down, like Carl Maloney or something. He'd be fun to have around if he's on, or we'll see. We'll put the feelers out around there, see who wants to come in and just have a chat and join in with us.
Make us your best offer. Make us your best offer. Mince pies go down well with me, definitely.
Yeah. Chunky Kit Kats.
Which one? Oh yeah, not the 4-finger ones. Not the 4-finger variety. I popped into one of my old work haunts, and one of the guy went, "Mine's a Chunky Kit Kat." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh right, you've been listening." He'd listened back.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we got one more listen than we thought we had. So yeah, no, that'd be good. 2 hours next week.
But it's earlier, isn't it? It's from 1 rather than
1 till 3. Yeah, because this coming next week, easy to say. Paul, who does Eclectica is away, so we'll be on 1 till 3. So join us for 2 hours for an extended extra special show. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm sure it'll be great.
We'll make it up as we go along.
Of course we will, yeah.
We'll burn through all our talking points within the first 10 minutes as usual. And
like we did last time we did a 2 hour show. Well, funnily enough, the feedback we got that the second hour was great and that was all unplanned, so maybe we'll just not do any planning next week.
Indeed.
So, another thing that's been in the news for all of the sports fans, former England legend Gary Neville has taken the reins at Valencia.
He has indeed. It's an interesting kind of appointment, that.
Yeah. Who is... Well, it's like a mate appointment, isn't it? I think he's somebody that is well in with the chief exec or something. Yeah,
something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but...
So, Gary Neville's gone into Valencia as head coach. Obviously, his brother Phil is there as... Is he first team coach or something?
Yeah.
So
it's an interesting one. Did you watch the Class of '92 show on BBC?
No, I didn't.
Recently, the Out of Delhi. That was really good. It's worth watching if it's on the iPlayer. It's 2 episodes of following Salford City when they bought Salford City.
Salford City. So it's owned by it's part owned by Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Gary Neville, and I'm missing one.
I think that's it. And then they got an investor towards the end of the show as well.
Yeah, he's got a 50% share, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's another one I'm missing.
Was it Scholes, Giggs, the 2 Nevilles?
It's the other Neville I've missed out there.
Yeah. It's great fun to watch, just to see like the dilemmas as owners. They've obviously been footballers all their life. As they've seen like the comforts of Manchester United and the budgets that they've got, and these guys are thrown into non-league football.
Hey, and they've had some good results as well. They earned a replay with Hartlepool, didn't they?
Yeah.
And to be fair, Hartlepool were lucky. We're lucky to be in a replay situation because they were poor on the turn up for the match.
So it's worth watching just to see Gary Neville with a dilemma of whether he does up the toilets or the canteen for the tea lady who volunteers every match day.
I'll have to catch it then. I'll have to catch it definitely. Well, obviously he impressed Roy Hodgson with his punditry when he moved to Sky Sports, and Roy Hodgson took him on to work under the England setup. And it was just something I was thinking about. Which other pundits would possibly make it into football management? Because they were saying Jimmy Carragher, maybe Robbie Savage. Can you imagine Robbie Savage as a football manager?
No. Can you imagine him or Jimmy Bullard? Gosh.
Yeah. They're very similar, aren't they, them two?
Yeah, I think Jimmy Bullard's got a show on London Live, a TV show. And
he is funny, though.
He's very funny with it, but couldn't see him being a manager at all.
What about Alan Hansen?
Well,
he's not doing anything anymore.
You'd have thought it years ago, but no, he's...
See, I've always seen it go the other way around. The guys that have failed as football managers have gone into punditry.
Yeah.
Like Graham Souness. I don't think... I didn't really rate Graham Souness all that much, to be quite honest. No. And he's gone to Sky Sports. Who else is there? Paul Merson. I remember when he was playing manager at Walsall.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting times.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we should get Gaza back, and he can turn up on a match day with a fishing rod and a bucket of chicken. like he did.
Maybe he can be the guest next week, because I would love a bucket of chicken. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. That's, we just got a text from Carl. He can't do next week. Oh dear.
Oh.
Well, you've lost your chance now.
Forget it, Carl. That's it. You've had it.
But yeah, we'll hopefully have a guest next week and see who bribes us the best.
Yeah, if not, you'll just have to deal with us, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Christmas trip yet, James?
No, we're going to do it next weekend, I think. My other half, Rachel, has a thing that she can't put it up more than 12 days before Christmas. She thinks it's that traditional thing.
No, mine went up on the 30th of November. But
oh dear!
I know, yeah. I didn't
Not even December.
I didn't think that was particularly early, but apparently it is. I've been taking Christmas presents round, thinking, they can put them under the tree, and there's not a tree in sight anywhere. It's just me, I think, that's got the tree up.
I've got my advent calendar. Have you got an advent calendar this year?
No, I didn't go for the advent calendar.
Right.
I don't know why.
My lovely other half got me a Lego Star Wars one.
Oh, nice one.
For the big kid that I am.
To be fair, I got through that many biscuits. It's pointless anyway. Right, what's next on the musical agenda?
On the old music, remember last week we played ADELPHI, and it was that Ego Tamer that I think I really liked. They've been back in touch this week, and they've recorded a track at the Toolmakers studio, a new studio in Sheffield. They have given us a song called Hip Shaker, which is, again, it's Ollie King and Matt Longdon. It's well worth listening to.
Hip Maker?
Yeah.
On the Sqweek?
Hip Shaker.
Hip Shaker? Not Hip Maker.
Close enough.
Yeah. Get in touch on the Twitter, at the Sqweek.
Said you're a lip biter, tongue twister, hip shaker, and we can't get enough of you. A smile wouldn't kill me, but I still wouldn't laugh at your joke. And every word you say is just another lie you already told. Spend your nights thinking why'd you live alone. Well, it's the bad things that you do. Lip biter, tongue twister, hip shaker, and we can't get enough of you. Dictator, soul taker, mind drifter, won't be glad when you are gone. Don't look at me and put your eyes so desperately. By pretending I'm the only taste that will satisfy. I can see that you've got dreams of a silver screen. Put your morals open easily. Lip biter, tongue twister, hip shaker, and we can't get enough of you. Dictator, soul taker, mind drifter, we'll be glad when you are gone. This apple's been bitten on, the poison's been sucked in. Since you're a jam, it's going strong. Tongue twister, hip shaker, and we can't get enough of you. Dictator, soul taker, mind drifter, we'll be glad when you're gone. Lip biter, tongue twister, hip shaker, and we can't get enough of you. Dictator, soul taker, mind drifter, we'll be glad when you are gone.
Hello, this is Matt Elders from Arctic Monkeys. You're listening to Sheffield Live.
A very enthusiastic Matt Elders there, it has to be said.
Bless him. I bet he just shoved a microphone in his face and said, could you say this?
Read this line. Yeah, marvellous. So that was ADELPHI. That was decent, that.
Yeah, and again, a live recording, that one, from the Toolmaker studio kind of in session. There's a bit of a live theme with some of the tracks today, so... Yeah.
And if you are part of or know anybody in a band that would like to get the music out there, please get in touch. We're on Twitter at the Sqweek, Facebook.com/the Sqweek. Please get in touch. We'd love to give you a platform.
Yeah, indeed. And Faith Shaughnessy's got in touch.
What a lovely tree.
Yeah, after our discussion on Christmas trees, she's tweeted us a picture of hers, which was retweeted, and it's about a foot tall, I think.
It's a very baby tree.
She's a small person herself, isn't she, bless her? But yeah, that's
irrelevant.
That's probably a massive tree for her.
Yes, she must feel like a giant now looking at this tree.
My mouth's drooling at the gingerbread man on the top. I hope that's not a fabric one. I think.
No, it is. Yeah, it is a fabric one.
Oh no, I want a proper one.
Well, actually, just to give you a bit of an insight, it just about makes it to the windowsill. That's how small it is. It's real though. It's a real tree. It's lovely. Anyway, just keeping on Christmas for the moment. I went to have a look around the Sheffield Christmas market last night.
Yeah.
Not up so much, I have to say. A bit disappointing. In fact, it was a truly stressful experience. There were literally a couple of stalls. One that did like Christmas decorations. There was one actually that did like clocks.
All right.
And what they'd done is they'd heated these like bottles of like Smirnoff or whatever, and flattened them down and then put a mechanism in, so you got a clock.
Right,
bottle clock, which was quite good.
That's interesting.
They got like, but mostly it was just like food.
Yeah, well, don't you think? And this is not to have a go at anyone at the council who arrange these things, because I know a few people at the council.
We never have a go at the council on this show.
I know a few people that arrange these things, and it's very, very difficult. But don't you think that the continental market and the Christmas market and everything else, it's just the same thing every few months?
Well,
really.
yeah, I'm glad you said that, because the continental market is all year round. So why can we not have a more Christmassy themed?
Yeah.
Because for me, you want to go for Christmas present inspiration.
Yeah.
But there isn't a lot of it.
Yeah. And then you go like to Lincoln Christmas markets, for example, and it has the essence of Christmas. It is Christmas when you walk in. All about, yeah. I think the way it's situated inside the walls and everything is really nice, and it obviously gives it that feel.
Yeah. I mean, there's a boozer at the top, which was absolutely rammed. So we went to the Lloyd's bar, and it was just awful. I think I must have been stood at the invisible part of the bar.
Oh yeah, as always.
Yeah, they Wetherspoon, so it would seem.
Yeah.
So took ages to get served. Then I got ID'd.
Oh wow!
I know, and I've not had a shave. I've had a shave today. I couldn't stand it today. Ordering 2 pints. I need ID for the other one. Why? Why do you need ID for both? It could have been both for me. Is there a one drink policy now?
Oh,
I'm very frustrated.
Another time
Stupid.
that really frustrated me recently.
Oh, when we went to the co-op.
When we went to co-op, and went to Corporation to see October Drift, and went to the bar, and was only allowed to buy one drink at a time in case we were providing them to underage people. So it was a 14s and over gig.
Yeah, obviously we were supplying underage people with
what's to stop
alcohol.
you? It doesn't work out. What's to stop you going to the bar one at a time and then just giving it to the kids anyway?
It makes no sense. I mean, obviously, I in the job I do, I promote responsible drinking because I work for a big drinks company. But that is nonsensical, and it's like I'd gone to the bar just before you and bought a round of 5 drinks.
Yeah, it's inconsistent,
and had no challenge whatsoever.
Do I look like I'm peddling beer to children?
You do look a bit dodgy, but I know you.
It's the beard. This beard's got to go soon.
I think it is. Are you going to get some beard baubles?
My mum's apparently got me some.
Oh, that'll be lovely. Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to receive those. Honest.
Can't wait to hang those on my face. Yeah, marvellous. So yeah, I mean, try the Christmas market out so you think I might be just a bit miserable, but the whole experience was ruined by Lloyd's anyway. Moving away completely now, we'll pick it up. Well, actually, it's not really funny, but
I've got a question for you.
Oh, go on then, fire away.
Have you ever seen Lenny Henry and Ainsley Harriott in the same room?
ITV haven't. Really.
Apparently not.
Yeah, very good. If you haven't seen it, it's quite bad. But ITV have had to apologise because they've mixed Ainsley Harriott up with Lenny Henry.
Yeah.
I think Lenny Henry was being interviewed outside somewhere or other.
It was outside the palace. He's been knighted, hasn't he? So he was interviewed outside.
Oh yeah, outside somewhere or other. I mean, picking up his knighthood. Yeah, sorry, got mixed up there. Yeah, I didn't know he'd been knighted. What's all that about?
Yeah.
Not for comedy, obviously.
I'm not a fan of his comedy either, but yeah, the irony is that he was talking about diversity in entertainment, wasn't he? And
yeah,
lacks of jobs for black people and things like that.
So while he was being interviewed for his knighthood, they cut away to a VT, and it was Ainsley Harriott doing this ridiculous performance at a comedy store somewhere.
The old Calypso twins routine.
Yeah, so ITV had to apologise for getting them two mixed up. I won't mind, but they don't even look anything like each other.
No, not at all.
It's ridiculous. So yeah,
it's bizarre. But the news, when the news gets things wrong, it's spectacular, isn't it? Do you remember a few years ago on BBC News where they went to interview somebody, and it ended up being someone who'd just gone in for a job interview that day?
That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
The look of panic on his face.
It was his face. Yeah, I think he was called Guy Goma.
Yeah, something like that.
But for like 2 weeks, he was everywhere. I remember when Jonathan Ross was still on the BBC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jonathan Ross, and Guy Gomez stood there like that. You know, oh, it was brilliant. He must have made a bit from that. But he was just so funny. They were asking him all these political questions, and his face was like, I didn't have a clue.
He tried to answer as well, bless him. He obviously went. I don't know if he thought it was his actual job interview or not.
Yeah, we're going to film this interview and just see how we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Yeah, look for that on YouTube because it's hilarious. Yeah. So no, but actually no, I haven't seen them in the same room. Interesting.
No, interesting. It's funny, but not funny, as you say.
Well, it's quite bad, really. Yeah. Now football again. I know it's bad that we keep mentioning it, but I just saw one that I thought was quite good. Paul Anderson, who plays for Ipswich, has agreed to pay for a fan's damage to his ceiling. Yeah. Ipswich scored in the derby against Norwich, and this fan jumped up and punched the ceiling, put a hole in. He's agreed to pay for the damage, which I think's lovely. I think it's only cost £80, so it's not breaking the bank.
It's taken a while, hasn't it? I think it was after a playoff game, wasn't it? Was it last season or something like that? And then
May, yeah. So it was the end of last season then.
And then he's moved clubs as well. Apparently, from what I read, he was going to get the kit man to go and repair the roof. Really? At that club, yeah. And then obviously left that club, couldn't get the kit man to do it anymore.
Oh, so he's just paid the bit.
So he's just paid for it to be done.
Well, that's nice. The reason I brought that up, have you ever had a moment like that where something major's happened in a sporting event and you've sort of gone a bit crazy?
Not me personally. I remember a couple of years back when I was working at Wednesday and in the press box at Blackpool, and the press box at Blackpool is right in the middle of the away fans. Oh. So we were in amongst the Wednesday fans, which is a nice treat for a Wednesday fan working there. But I remember one of the fans jumped up to celebrate. As he landed back down in the stand underneath him collapsed, and he went through the stand.
The stand?
Yeah, the actual stand. Because at Blackpool, I don't know if it's still the same now, but back then it was a temporary stand.
Oh, right.
Almost scaffolded up. Oh, God. Just disappeared. Fortunately, wasn't hurt. but yeah, just disappeared.
Oh, no, it's not funny, is it? Thing is, though, when you see something like that, it is hilarious. It always makes me laugh when people fall down. Yeah. I don't know why, it's just one of them things. Yeah, I think mine was probably 1998 World Cup. Sol Campbell scored against Argentina, and we were all jumping up and down, and then it got disallowed, didn't it?
Yeah, I remember that one.
I was only 8.
I remember being really angry after the John Terry ball over the line incident a couple of tournaments ago.
Yeah. Well, Frank Lampard, that one.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it was Frank Lampard. I get them two mixed up because I don't like either of them.
Yeah, fair enough. No, it was we were 2-1 down against Germany.
Yes,
2-0 down or something. Going into the end of the first half, and it just, I mean, we weren't great anyway, but it could have changed the game on its head. Yeah, so that was mine. I was only 8, and that was World Cup over. Bit gutting, and David Beckham got sent off. It was all a disaster. Right, next piece of music, James.
Next piece of music. Well, if we continue on the live theme, we've got old Joe CARNALL JNR, who's a bit of a Sheffield stalwart. You'll have heard of him. He's one of the most prolific musicians in Sheffield. He's a solo artist. He's a bassist in Reverend and the Makers, former member of Milburn, and this one was recorded last year at the Joe CARNALL JNR and Friends gig at Leadmill. He's back this year at the O2 Academy.
Yes, she's been walking down my street, saluting magpies, avoiding cracks at her feet. Oh, be careful, they can break your back, you know. But that superstition don't count for much. It's all in your head and not in your touch. If it's working, I'll reconsider. So what you crying for? You're a big girl now. No master's going to get you. You've been trying, but you don't know how. Is it 'cause they never let you? No, looks like it's all too much. Your ears are burning, they're talking about you. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. She don't need no excuse or alibi, no explanation to grab hold of your eye. You wouldn't even need to know her name, but I just can't work it out at all. She sent me round the bend, she drives me up the wall, but it's worth it, I know she means well. So what you crying for? You're a big girl now, no master's going to get ya. You've been trying, but you don't know how. Is it 'cause they never let ya? No, looks like it's all too much. Your ears are burning, they're talking about you. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. One last big one. So what you crying for? You're a big girl now. You've been trying, but you don't know how. No, looks like it's all too much. Your ears are burning, they're talking about you. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
Hi, my name's Billy Bragg, and you're listening to Sheffield Live on 93.2 FM.
Okay, that was Joe CARNALL Jr. before Billy Bragg. That's obviously a big Milburn track. Remember Milburn?
Yeah, big crowd favourite, obviously.
Yeah.
They were all singing along there, weren't they?
Legendary band. If Milburn ever get back together, you know, whether it's for an album or a one-off gig or whatever, it will be the place to be in Sheffield. But Joe CARNALL Jr., he's got his big gig, his Christmas shindig, if you will, at the O2 Academy on the 23rd of December. There'll be lots of special guests there as well, so it's well worth going down to that.
Yeah, decent venue, the O2. The only thing is, it's hotter than the sun.
It can be, yeah, when there's a massive crowd in there.
Yeah, I think the last time I went, I wore a jumper as well.
No, that's a bad choice.
Learned the hard way.
It's like drinking milk on a summer's day, isn't it? It's a bad idea.
Absolutely. Right, pies.
Pies.
Sunday dinner.
Oh, I love pies.
What's the link? What do you slather on it? Not gravy.
Sorry, I'm not getting the thread of this.
I'm not sure I built it up very well, and we obviously haven't rehearsed.
So pies.
So what do you have on pie and mash?
Have some peas. Yeah.
I'm talking condiments.
Condiments. Oh, depends on the pie. Like a bit of mint sauce or something.
Thinner, darker.
Relish.
Absolutely, Henderson's relish.
There. Now I know where you're going.
That's 45 seconds you're not getting back. Oh dear. Henderson's relish has been in the news. Well, not Henderson's relish, the Henderson's factory. The former factory on Levy Grieve Road is going to be a boozer.
Yeah, apparently so. It's owned by the university now, I believe.
Yes, the University of Sheffield, put my teeth back in, have bought the old building, and they said they're going to turn it into a pub whilst retaining its distinctive signage.
Yeah, indeed. Have you seen the pictures of it? There were some pictures doing the rounds on the internet.
What, of how it will look?
Yeah, of how it will look. You know, those architect mock-up things from the outside. And obviously they've got the building which you can always see when you come up from the university roundabout. Yeah. And then kind of an extension to the side of that with a big orange sign saying Henderson, so I guess that's going to be the name of the place.
Well, I would. Well, they said they're not decided, but I think it will be something along that line.
But also, what I noticed from that picture was they've kind of built out a little bit of a pedestrian plaza outside, which kind of takes up some of the lanes going, past a tram stop.
Ah.
So I don't know whether they're planning on, cutting down the traffic down there, but that would be traffic mayhem.
I mean, it's not the easiest road to, I mean, we drive up there all the time coming into the studio, and it's not great even on a weekend.
Yeah, and then the other angle of it as well is apparently, I read somewhere, I don't know how true it is, but apparently they're looking at closing the University Arms just up the road to move their boozer to Henderson's. Interesting kind of thoughts there.
Well, just on that, they have said that they're going to keep it open to the public, because that was obviously my concern, that if the Sheffield University have bought it, it's just going to be a student pub. I mean, obviously there probably will be a lot of students in there, but it's not going to be. They've pledged to keep it open to the public. But actually, I didn't even know they'd moved. I thought they were still producing from there. But they moved out 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, they're just off the Parkway now.
Yeah, there's a new site on the Parkway apparently. I probably drive past it every day and don't realise, that it's there.
Yeah.
But a spokesperson from the university said, "We know how much the old Henderson's building means to the people of Sheffield, and like I said, they've pledged to keep it open to the public." So,
kind of different views to when they were knocking down the more historical Jessop's Hospital down there.
Yeah. I think definitely around there and other parts of town as well. The university's own more land than I think you realise.
Yeah, absolutely. A
lot of the buildings are theirs, or the land at least anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
It'll be a good run. Hopefully, with it being a university-led thing, it'll be some nice cheap beers in there, and then it's a good run from there down West Street, isn't it?
Well, not only that as well. It'd be a good place to have real ale, because there's the Red Deer, which is just round the back. The Bath's not a million miles away, and then the Harley's further up. So it'd be a nice alternative walk to West Street. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. Ooh, text has flooded in.
What kind of tone is
not? It's not show related though, so I'm not going to read it.
Yes, Mum, I am coming round for tea at some point.
I went round yesterday, but I'd already had breakfast. Took her to Aldi, we're rammed. She nearly got blown over by Hurricane Desmond. And it's actually caused lots of problems. We were driving past earlier, and a fence had nearly been completely blown over, so it has been very, very windy this week.
I've tried to stay in as much as possible this week for that reason. I hate weather when it gets like that.
Well, I mean, does the wind affect whether you go out or not anyway? You're a home person, aren't you?
Yeah, I do spend a lot of time out.
The wind's just an excuse.
Yeah, to be fair.
Okay, what have we got next then? Are we keeping it on the live track?
No, we got one from that DMF Digital have sent us a couple of tracks. So we're going to give I Set the Sea on Fire a bit of a play. These are from Sheffield. They're a 5-piece. DMF Digital are a label based out of Sheffield as well, out at the Technology Park in Attercliffe.
Cool.
So there's a lot of kind of links there to Sheffield itself, and these have been played a lot on BBC Introducing in Sheffield. Was described as one of the tracks of the year as well on there, and they've been played as a track of the month in Exposed magazine. And this is called Tastes Like Funk.
Get in touch on Twitter at the Sqweek.
Insomniatic kids, set their heads on fire, to turn the game way higher.
I Set the Sea on Fire there with Tastes Like Funk. I like that one, James.
It's a really funky one, isn't it? I quite enjoyed that. That's out now on DMF Digital. It's just come out. You can get it from iTunes and all those, and they've got an album out in March next year. So, well worth looking out for them. And they do a lot of gigs around the city as well. But yeah, I got another kind of question for you, Luke.
Well, can I just say, I found a lump of plasticine in the studio when I came in.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to make of it, though.
My gosh. My life's just ended. It's that bad. It's that bad. Yeah. So
sorry, James. Carry on.
Yeah. It's obviously Christmas. You order a lot of things online, I guess, or get a lot of things delivered, or pick up from shops, and it comes wrapped in bubble wrap. Yeah. So have you got any bubble wrap that you've used? It's irresistible to kind of pop, isn't it?
Yeah. No. I've not had a lot. I think I've had a Jiffy bag, which is obviously an envelope lined with bubble wrap.
But if you get bubble wrap,
I think when we were kids, we used to absolutely go mad. Yeah. Bubble wrap.
And can you resist bubble wrap when you got it? I know I can't. You just need to grab hold and pop it, don't you? Yeah, I revert back to being a small child. I do. I love the bubble wrap. I'm just a small child all the time. So
well,
yeah. but yeah, some people in America at Kirkland Air Force Base also couldn't resist it this week.
Really? Tell me more.
Yeah, and they were popping away, as you do. You know those really big kind of bubble wrap pops that do those really big bangs?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in the current climate, it's probably not the most advisable thing to do, as the Air Force Base ended up being evacuated after somebody called in a terrorist threat.
Oh my groceries, that is bad.
So yeah, whilst you're popping your bubble wrap this year, be aware of your surroundings and don't let anybody think that it's something else.
Absolutely. Yeah, bubble wrap.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
And another story I was looking at this week was there's a filmmaker who's kind of fallen out with BBFC, that certify the films. Because apparently it's really expensive to get a film certified, and you can't show it in a cinema without it being certified. So this independent filmmaker has gone to the extent of setting up a Kickstarter, and for every £7 that somebody donates to his Kickstarter, he adds another minute onto this special film he's making, because the BBFC have to sit through and watch it all to be able to certify it. And currently, his film of paint drying, he's literally set up a camera in front of a wall, he's going to paint the wall, and his film of paint drying has raised over £5,500.
Really?
And will be more than 12 hours long currently, and there's still 9 days to go on that. So it's very possible that it could break the record as well. Apparently the longest film that the BBFC have certified was 775 minutes, about 13 hours or so. So this could be a record-breaking Kickstarter.
Must have a lot of time on his hands, this guy.
Indeed. I just wonder, is he going to just have it static shot with like lighting, or maybe he'll be brave and take it outside, and you might occasionally see a fly past, or if he gets to 24 hours, is he going to show the transition from night to day?
Time will fly.
Indeed. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're just about running out of time, and everything's falling to bits in the studio, unfortunately. DJ Skii will be with you at 3 with platinum plates. Have we got one more song, James?
One more song, indeed. This is Ian Britt. It's another DMF Digital track. Ian Britt, a singer-songwriter from Sheffield, and this one's called Run.
Run. Sheffield Live 93.2 FM, it's the Sqweek. Get in touch on Twitter.
I'll bring you back down to earth, wrap you up in my arms. I'll chase the crazy away, wrap you back up in calm. When you're tripping up and over loose cable and wire, when you're trying to reach the finish line with a nail in your tire, I will run to you. I will run to you. I'll help you see through the I'll do whatever I can to be a glimmer of hope. When your black and white is mixing up and turning to grey, when the gear that makes your heart sing is rusting away, I will run to you. I will run to you. I will run to you. Oh, I will run. You wanna live in honor. You wanna live the truth inside your heart, and I will fight your corner. When the world is beating you, I will run to you. I will run to you. I will run to you. Run to you. When your black and white is mixing up and turning to grey, when the gear that makes your heart sing is rusting away, I will run to you. I will run to you.
So, whilst the studio is falling apart around us, that was Ian Britt and Run from DMF Digital. Thanks to them for providing some songs. And he's playing live at the Gaslight Club on the 18th of December, so well worth checking him out.
And where's that?
That's Sharrow. It's off Sharrowvale Road, I think.
Oh, I've never heard of that place. Have you been before?
I've never been there. I had to look it up on a map this morning.
Oh, right, okay, marvellous. Well, bit of a disaster, because DJ Ski's not here.
Yeah, it's, what's going on?
We don't know.
The whole place is falling apart.
Yeah, it's a bit...
We did have trouble parking the other week, didn't we? So
yeah, maybe he's struggling to get parked.
Yeah,
Should we hold the fort?
We can do, yeah.
Marvellous.
Yeah, it's only that or go for a beer.
No, we'll go for a beer. Right, okay, well, the computer system's come back up, so I'll just get it all ready for when DJ Skii comes in. This is radio at its finest, I have to say.
It's,
so
on the fly.
What are you doing at the weekend then, James?
This weekend?
No,
it's nearly over.
Sorry, yeah. Oh, he's here. He's here. We've got platinum plates coming up. Thank God, because we've got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. Right, that means we can go for a beer then.
Excellent. Thanks, Paul. No, I mean through the week.
Through the week, I was still working on this stuff with my brother, so hopefully we're going to try and do a few test podcast recordings and get those out there.
What have you got lined up? Can you give us any spoilers?
Well, we're currently working on one for Owls Talk, the biggest Sheffield Wednesday forum out there. So, but not based around the football itself as much. I think we're going to base it around the humour on the site.
Marvellous. So when will that be up then?
Hopefully as soon as possible. We're just going to play around and put something together.
Great. Well, we'll be back no, we won't be back same time next week. We'll be back at 1 next week. Catch us from 1 until 3, live on Sheffield Live 93.2 FM. Yep. And we'll be on the Twitter through the week at the Sqweek.
Thanks.
Have a good week, guys.
Goodbye.
Sheffield Live. Made in Sheffield. Made by you. 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 Made by you.